Hello. My name is Matthew Trump, and this is a demonstration of my CNC machine. I do want to note something right off the bat is the motors themselves are a little loud, and it's probably because I haven't greased up any of the connections, which I will do at some point. But for here, we have our x-axis going back and forth. We have our y-axis over here going right to left, and we have our z-axis going up and down. And this is just a Dremel tool attached to here. One thing I want to note is my printer had failed with this last bracket here, and unfortunately it failed in a way that broke the FEP lining, so I cannot print anymore on my 3D printer without a new one. But we're gonna go ahead and start this up. So right now I have an Arduino Uno with a breakout board and 3 motor controllers on top. I also have the ability to add like emergency stop and end stops, which I will add in a later version. But I have these 2 cords coming from right here, the black and red, and they jankily connect up to these alligator clips, which goes to this variable voltage box. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on, and it'll be pushing 12 volts through here. And then once I have that on, I can go ahead and go over to my universal G-code sender, which I have on COM3. I'm hooked up via a printer cable. And if I go ahead and make sure the firmware is correct and click the connect button, it'll attempt to connect to my printer or my CNC machine. And now I made this little cheat sheet for myself so I can know what direction things go in. But if I go ahead and go over here and I press Z minus, you can hear it because it's very loud. But if I press Z minus and keep pressing it, that head is going to go down, and I can adjust the step size here so I can make it even smaller and make it 0.1 steps, and you can see it being reflected here. It barely will move up with 0.1 steps, and that's more likely what it's going to be for an actual CNC mapping program. So I can go ahead and also move the x-axis. If I click X minus, it'll move it to the left. And if I click X plus, it'll move it to the, my bad. If I click X plus, it'll move it to the left. If I click X minus, it'll move it to the right. And then lastly is this build plate here. If I click Y minus, it'll push it away from me. And if I hit Y plus, it'll bring it towards me. Now, as I explained in my paper, I don't want to actively run through a CNC program at the moment just for safety concerns, because I got these end stops very late and I was not able to install them yet. So just for safety concerns, I don't want this thing actively running while I'm moving everything around, and I'm afraid that something might blow up, or that it won't know that since this is the cutoff point, it'll try and go out of bounds and start breaking things. I just don't want anything like that to happen. But this is the whole concept, and I'm really proud of myself for making it this far. But yeah, thank you so much.